everybody, TK here for Theme King TK. It's a Disneyland day, rare. I know I'm mostly a Universal guy, but I do love Disney. And it's the first day of Season of the Force. So we're gonna check that out, see what the crowd levels are like, maybe try out some of the food, drink, check out the merch, maybe that cool Mythosaur mug, and so much more. I still haven't seen the new bride at Haunted Mansion. If you know me, you know I love everything spooky. So that and so much more. Let's party on in the park. It is a beautiful Southern California day. Not too hot, not too cool. Nothing quite like the sights and sounds of Main Street, USA. No long faces here. Well, except for this guy. Excuse me, Mr. Disneyland Horse, but speaking of long, how about long lines? And there was a long line to get the Death Star sipper. More on that later. But short lines elsewhere, including majestic Matterhorn Mountain. Only 5 minutes. Let's do it. Time to get my appointment at the Disneyland Chiropractic office. All right, with my back adjusted, let's look at the park on this beautiful day. Here's some of the offerings. This Darth Vader premium mug for Season of the Force. How about a Skywalker swizzle stick? Say that 5 times fast. Lights up, you can put it in your drink. And this adorable Grogu sipper. I think it's about time for the Haunted Mansion. Time to check out this extended queue and a new music loop. Only a 13-minute posted wait, so that is basically a walk-on at Mansion, that default wait time of 13 minutes. Here we take a look at the mystical garden of Madame Leota. Also an area for Master Gracie to hang out as we continue to wind through this extended queue that was recently completed and built. This looks a little more familiar. Of course, the horse-drawn hearse and the old pet cemetery in the grounds of the Haunted Mansion. Some more statues. You see that lion. I love this. And this looks great at night as well with these lanterns all illuminated. And you gotta love the crypt and some of the Disneyland Railroad going by. Little cemetery on the hillside. I love the crypt and some of just the puns and cheesy names, as we'll go over some of them. Just to name a few: Ray Incarnation, MT Tombs, Dustin T. Dust, Theo Later, You Are Gone, I Am Mortal. Just, you gotta love this. I'll Be Back, and I Trudy Departed. Inside the mansion now.
Every room has wall-to-wall creeps and hot and cold running chills.
Wizards and witches, wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing
must start to socialize. Winning in the water, when you rarely in those demons spirits rise. As you suppose it clearly rises from the very size.
Making ghosts. They have selected you to fill our quota, and they'll haunt you until...
Now let's take a look at the new shop. Madame Leota's Something Beyond, supposed to be an old carriage house in front of the mansion. Inside you can see Leota's crystal ball. I actually do, enjoy the kind of whimsical and otherworldly decor. Some great merch in here as well. You're going to see some Nightmare Before Christmas stuff also. And, these mansion print sweatshirts and t-shirts. Here you can see, the Harmony team. And I love this hoodie with the Hatbox Ghost. Really cool print on the back. And here is an homage to Leota Toombs. Yep, that was her real name. The Imagineer, that was Madame Leota, her daughter, Kim Irvine, an Imagineer now. I liked the new bride. I thought it was cool. But who's your favorite? I grew up with the mid-70s to 89. Always creeped me out as a kid. So I love Pirates of the Caribbean as well. This was actually my Davy Jones Halloween costume. Yep, I wore that. Now it's got a place of honor in my home. Got these Kraken tentacles, Pirates poster. And take a look at this, the Jolly Roger.
And Davy Jones waiting for them what don't obey.
Good time to head to Pirates. One of the absolute must, in my opinion. You got to go on Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, it's a bit of a long ride, but it's great to get out of the sun, and you got to love it.
The best way to repel foreigners. And mark well the words,
We pause for a moment of appreciation for Captain Barbossa. You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one. Ha 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 ha.
Don't you, boys?
Larceny, skullduggery, and visiggity.
Stepping into Pieces of 8, the Pirate Store, some cool merch, including this t-shirt. There you take a look at the back. I'm not a Spirit jersey guy, so this t-shirt might do the trick, and this just old school kind of weathered shirt. Pretty awesome. Let's take a look now to appreciate the rivers of America. You saw a Disney duck there. There's the Mark Twain. I can understand why folks in Orlando are outraged that the rivers may go away for a Cars Land. Indiana Jones Adventure is closed, but you can still have an Indiana Jones Adventure. Have you ever played the pinball machine kind of hidden in the dining area of Bengal Barbecue? It's a great game and another way to enjoy Dr. Jones. In Frontierland, Woody was out saying, "Hey, howdy, hey." Well, it's been a whale of a day so far, but from Monstro the Whale to Captain Codfish. With all the recent hubbub, I figured it's a good time to pay some respect to the OG, the classic Snow White. Here you see the cottage. Now, recently ate at a restaurant called the Tam O'Shanter, the oldest family-run restaurant in LA, where apparently Walt Disney would go with his original Imagineers, and it's often claimed that it was the inspiration, the exterior for Snow White's cottage. Went there with my son, Jack, and our friend Alex, and here you see them. And what a cool place, so much history. Here's my son working on a New York steak. And look inside here, this room with all the banners, there's fireplaces everywhere. Another look at the exterior. Comment below, do you think this was the inspiration for Snow White's cottage? Also, I love the Spanish grumpy voiceover. Always a fairy tale ending in the classic dark ride. Not so much with the recent live-action remake. Yikes. Into Galaxy's Edge now, of course, it is Season of the Force. Here we see a little droid obstacle course. How cool is that? And Mando and Grogu in the house. Just had to take a chance to get a selfie. Also, this just in, I suck at taking selfies. Lots of characters out here. We see some stormtroopers and a First Order officer. And for Season of the Force, Luke Skywalker and R2-D2. Cool meet and greet. They roam around this impressive projection show, kind of like the Hogwarts show at Universal, inside Oga's Cantina now, where it's always great. They do serve our kind. Always a great place to get a libation. And of course, DJ Rex on the ones and twos. Did pick up the Mythosaur mug as you take a look. Really, really cool. Comes with a beer cocktail, as they put it. A interesting flavor, to say the least. Speaking of flavor, did try some other things. The Tatooine Sunset, kind of an elevated Arnold Palmer. And this fried cheese skewer, Korean corn dog batter, cheese stuffed with the potato sticks. And of course, you can't go wrong with a good old-fashioned Ronto wrap. Let's see what they actually look like. Here was the Tatooine Sunset. Very refreshing. Very delicious. And these cheese skewers were really good. The potato crisp on the outside. Here's the inside. That sweet Korean corn dog batter. The mozzarella cheese. Of course, the Ronto wrap. You know, hedged our bets. Got that as an old reliable. And they even have a coaxium sipper. Hey, congratulations. You got a container of coaxium. Haha. And here, remember that long line for the Death Star sipper? No line whatsoever inside Galaxy's Edge, believe it or not. They had the popcorn bags ready to go. Some other merch, this hollow chess set, very cool. And here they have some first order binders. Do with those as you will. And this really cool Hyperspace Mountain shirt, that's in Tomorrowland. And you can go to the Star Wars launch bay as part of Season of the Force and meet none other than Lord Vader. Also, Hyperspace Mountain going on. I may be new to this, but I had no idea that Space Mountain had single rider. If you go up the exit, here you go. It was posting a 65-minute wait. My son and I got on Space Mountain, Hyperspace Mountain, I should say, in under 10 minutes utilizing the single rider queue. So keep in mind, it's pretty well hidden. Like I said, I had no idea it existed. Let's end this thing off with the Disneyland band playing a little Star Wars music. What a day it was. Incredible. All right, if you hung on this long, please like and subscribe. See you next time.